Morning, ladies and gentlemen, Strat Gamer here, providing you the new Anno 1800 episode. And today we're going to talk about mods, not one mod in particular, but actually how to use mods. I want to answer a couple of questions that I get often. The first one, very easy one, let me get that out there right away, is are mods allowed? And yes, Ubisoft is allowing mods on Anno, so don't be worried about that. If you're using mods, you're not going to get a message from Ubisoft closing your account or anything like that. Mods are not a problem, they are allowed. What I will suggest though is if you start having a problem on your save, it may be linked to mods, and then Anno, let's say Ubisoft team may not be able to help you, because if it's something linked to mods, it's not something they are responsible for. But usually that's really not a problem, and there's one way to avoid that easily is if you want to start using mod on a save, what you do is you duplicate it. You duplicate it before loading a new mod, because the loading mods won't affect all of your other saves. It will only affect the save that you do load. So don't worry about corruption on all of your other saves, for example. So mods are allowed, and now the second is how do you actually use mods? There's a couple of ways. I'm also going to put in the description below two videos, one by Taka and one by Nivarias, which are two other great YouTubers. Don't hesitate to check those videos. They also work. If you're not sure for something I said, those videos also explain. But I wanted to show how I actually do it, and I do it via this mod loader, which is in a sense also a mod because it's also on Nexus, and Nexus is where you can find all of the mods. So if we click here on Anno 1800, of course I will put the link to that page and also to that new page here in the description below too. So on Nexus, you will see all of the mods. You can see the new today, the new this week, which is a couple, and you can see the most popular in the 30 days all time, and you can of course also search here for any mods. You'll see even it's telling me which one I have, like I have this one, those ones. I have also spiced it up, or I downloaded it in the past, but there's an update since I did. So, there's really a lot of great mods here, more than 100 definitely. If we look at the bottom, it doesn't say here, but there's tons of page. You'll see that for sure. So this is where you can get mods on Nexus. Of course, if you don't know which mod to start with, you can also check, as I mentioned before on my channel, videos of mod reviews. And in each of those reviews, I post also the description where to download that mod. Another way to start with mods is actually to use Spice It Up, because Spice It Up is a collection of different mods. So it already gives you many different to try with. But today we're going to focus on actually how to install mods, and that is pretty easy. We're not talking about hours of changing things in your files and not knowing where to go. This is quite a few simple steps. And one other element I wanted to mention once again is don't be worried about corrupting your whole game and all those type of things. It won't happen with the mod, and especially with the mod manager. So how do you do? Well, for the mod manager, if you look to that page, you can see there's also quite a bit of description. Please do read it if you have some problems. It may answer your question right away. But for those of you who are a bit new, let's click here. It says the latest build is found here. So we click here, and that's going to give us to that page. You look for the different versions. You can, usually it's best to take obviously the latest version. So we're gonna click on it, and here you see a number of files. I'm gonna take the one in 7Z, so that's the format, right? Like RAR or zip. So you can unzip that as soon as it is downloaded. You may get a virus, warning. I will not tell you that you have to ignore it. Of course, this is your computer. You should do what you want, but Of course, if you ignore it, you won't be able to make that work. And you can ask many people out there. Many people have downloaded and didn't get, let's say, various problems. So I will just show you where, for me, it's showing folder. This is my download folder. This is here. You can unzip it with whatever, software you have. I'll unzip here so you see it. And this will create a folder, which for me, I've put on my, on my desktop. So it's really easy. And here you'll see the mod loader. So you just have to double click on it. There may be some new versions you'll probably want to update, but for now I'm just gonna say no to show it to you very quickly. But of course, indeed, it's good to always update those things. And in particular, what's great with this mod loader is it tells you when you have to update, so you don't even have to go back to those websites. You can just update it from there. There's a tab news. We're on it. You can see the news of Anno, but more importantly, you're gonna be looking at home here and then at mods. Home is the first one. It may not show it may not show like here as a green tick. It may show as reddish thing. If it does, just click here to find. Basically, it's to find the game. And for me, the game is there. For you, it may be somewhere else. If you really don't know where it is, you can go into your Windows search for Anno 1800 and find the path. But usually it is in your program files, Ubisoft Game Launcher, Games, and Anno 1800. Similarly, you may not have a mod directory, and that one is quite easy. This is what I just mentioned in your program files, Ubisoft Game Launcher, Games, Anno 1800. This is the file you're gonna put for your game path, and in that folder you may not have a folder called mods. If you don't, that's easy, just create one. Like you can do right click, new folder, and you just call it mods. I won't do it because I already have one, but that's the only thing you do. Please don't try to come up with crazy names, just call it mods. And when that's it, then you can put that path here. And this is where you're going to copy any mods that you download. It is also possible with the loader, to install them directly by putting the URL of the mod here or other elements. For me, I just like to do it manually, where once again, I just go to Nexus. Let's take one random one. I know project distinction is actually not working anymore, but just to show you, for each of the mod, you will arrive in the description. It's good to read because it tells you, some bugs or things like that may exist. Then you can go in the file, you can download it for free. Once you don't need to pay for any of this, all of this is free. You can do slow download. It will start in 5 seconds, be very quick. This whole website, of course you can pay if you want, but you don't have to, and it also survives with ads. So it's good to not have an ad blocker for these guys. But anyway, as you can see, it is now downloading here, just taking a few minutes. My connection is not great right away, but I'll show you that just now. When it is downloaded, then I'll show you how to add it, sorry. So another thing you may want to do, but you don't have to, is this mod loader, this mod folder. I actually created a shortcut by doing right click, create shortcut on my desktop. So you just click create shortcut and then you move that one to your desktop. I already have one, so I'm not gonna do it again. That way, as soon as I download a new one, it's easy for me to also change it or add it on my desktop, or I can go on my desktop and check which one are active right now, all of this. This is, as I said, taking just a bit long. Of course, please don't hesitate to ask questions either in the comments below, or it may be easier to join my Discord community to ask questions on this. I may also not be able to answer everything, but I'll try for sure. And as I said, once again, I put in the description below the link to 2 other videos from other content creators that are showing how to use mods. Don't hesitate to check those ones out too if you have questions. But as you can see so far, it's pretty easy. We just went to one website, downloading that file, unzipped it, and when you unzipped it, you can launch this. You may have to set the game path and the mod directory, but you may not have to. So that's one step. And then the next one will really just be to decide which mod you want to activate or not. And that's pretty easy. You can either select all, or you can select one at a time. And when you select, or several like this, and when you select them, you can activate or deactivate them. That's kind of the extent to it. So it's pretty easy. As you can see, Project Distinction has been downloaded. Once again, I'll just show it to you in the folder. You can unzip it here. We'll unzip it just here. Take it just a few seconds. So this is quite a huge mod. It is now here. And for all of those mods, you'll always get just a folder like this. A folder usually that has the name of the mod. Inside you'll find data, sometimes other things, depending on what the mod is. But it's super easy. You just copy this folder. Oops. Usually it's quite bad to change the name, so I suggest you don't do that. You go to your mod folder and you just copy it there, and now it's gonna be there. So right now it's not, but I think if I do this, let me just relaunch it. Just need to relaunch your mod loader. Go to mode, and here it is, Project Distinction. It is now activated. You can see it's active with the green tick. I can deactivate it if I want. I can reactivate another one, no problem. And then you just have to click play. And when you do, the game will launch and you should see modding detected. I'm gonna show you that just now. But before we do, while it's doing it, let me just show you one thing, which is here. This is my list of all of the mods. And you can see a minus sign, in front of a few. This is all the mods that are deactivated, and the one that don't have this minus are activated. So it's also one thing you can do if you want. You don't even have to use this mod loader. You can also just change those minuses and plus directly, and it will do the same thing, to be honest. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing else about the modes. Once again, I do suggest that you be careful the first time you launch a new mod on one of your game. For example, you can duplicate the save, or you can make sure to keep an older save of that map, right? So if there's any problem, it's not corrupted, those type of things. I will mention also that with game update 12, so when the iLife came out, there was a bug where the mod loader wasn't working for a while and wasn't showing. That was a key thing. It wasn't showing anymore modding detected, even after they fixed the mod loader and it was now working again. So of course, after each big update of the game, do be careful. Usually it takes 1 day or something like this for most of the major big mods to be updated, to work with a new update. Sometimes it works right away, but sometimes it's too good to wait 1 day or something. Okay, so it is modding detected at the bottom. This is what you want to see. If you see that, your mods are... It doesn't mean they're working, it means they're being detected. The mod could still be broken, right, after an update, for example, but at least it's being detected. It's not gonna make your game crash or anything like this, but sometimes after an update, as I said, some of the mods don't work anymore until they're updated. But yeah, that's definitely a big difference between the mods in Anno versus some other games is they never crash your game. Almost, I've never seen that. So you see some other games, you know, that indeed when you start playing with mods, your game can only be impacted. Here, it's not the case. So I hope you like this video and don't hesitate to share any thoughts, feedback that you may have in the description below. And press the like button if you did, and hope to see you next time.